Good evening, welcome back. Hey, welcome back to ABN AMRO live broadcast. Yes, I am Amir Callahan. How are you guys doing? Well, lately it's been great. We are talking about AIXL. It's been like it's just exploding, and then we just got the conditional agreement with Congo. So anyway, it's going to be great. So anyway, we are going to be partners with Congo. So for the existing members, we are going to get so much discount, so much giving and everything. So much benefit and everything. So yes, let's do this, right? So anyway, we have a very interesting broadcast today because we're going to talk about the stock market. Yes, it's down, and then the crypto market too is down too, but it's not that much anyway. So I think it is like it's more like an opportunity than a down. And then we will talk more about AIXL. So let's keep going. So apparently we still have this Merry Christmas. So yes, we still have this Christmas rally. But let's take a look at we have a Santa Claus rally. So then what it is it's like it's supposed to be going up. Supposed to be like every time, and we are going towards the end of the year, and then the stock market is supposed to be rising and all that, but you know what, it is not. So anyway, despite the recent market turbulence, and then analysts at stock trading AMRO that remains like optimism about the Santa Claus rally, which is not going to be there yet. Probably it's going to be a couple tomorrow, maybe like the day after, and hopefully because ever since like day one, like 1974, we probably wasn't even born yet. But you know what? It's been great. It's been doing good. And then every time when there's Christmas, and we got the sentiment, right? We got the sentiment, so that we just keep going up. That you just have that indexes just keep going up. But recently is kind of fluctuating, and you have been seeing that. So anyway, there's a lot of numbers. I will send you my the class notes later. And you will see what are the numbers, but right now is not really crazy about it, but I can totally see that the market is going to go up. Because you know what, even though that we just got a rate cuts, and the market just crashed, but it's still, the rate just got cut, so that the interest rate just got cut. So that's why it's still, I am looking totally forward to it, even though I don't care. They were saying that they were supposed to be 4 cuts next year, and then 2, and then 1. You know what? I think it's going to be just fine. I think we're going to be just fine. So anyway, so let's look into it. We have the GDP. GDP is like upward revised at 3.1%, which is, well, we were expecting like 2.8, so it is a little bit more than expected. So the economy grew at 3.0 pace in the April and June quarter, and you know what, it's growing, so which is kind of good. But let's look into initial jobless claim is less, so this is very good news. This is extremely good news for the Federal Reserve, that probably gonna make, I would say, January, yeah, we're gonna have rate cuts, and then we gonna everything. And this is not gonna be the same like this time. This time that's a rate cut, and then everything goes down. The next one, everything's gonna move up. So that's what I'm saying. And then we got the PCE as well. Well, initial jobless claim is down, and then afterwards, like PCE that's the inflation. That's the inflation index. Well, in a way that, yeah, it's up. Is up 2.4%. So comparatively, the estimate is 2.5, so it's lower than expected, which is a good thing because that means that it increased it, but that is is not inflationary. So the core, which you take out the food and energy, which they are supposed to be down, is 2.8%. So the estimate is 2.9. So yeah, we are doing so much better than expected. Chairman Powell not optimistic about that. So yeah, that's all that's all the data about us. So which means that yes, Friday market down, but we are trending up for sure. So anyway, in here we talked about Donald Trump. It is so interesting that this is the first time ever that a president is not even in office yet, but is already making changes. Yes, I know. Like we just kind of like we just dodged we have the government, we have federal government is supposed to be go under supposed to, and then like we just kind of signed that we just signed a temporary bill that we are gonna have that we're gonna have that numbers. We are not gonna go broke. This what we are gonna do. But anyway, Donald Trump tried to go over and say that you know what he's gonna have something different, but of course he's not the president yet. He has no saying, even though like he has a lot of saying, but he has no saying right now. But everybody, I mean, I'm talking about internationally, everybody is still listening to him because his direction, our direction, the United States direction is going to be the world's direction right now. So anyway, we have the UK, we have the Europe, we have Middle East, we have everybody just looking at our data, looking at what are we going to do, what's Donald Trump's gonna do, what is just Elon Musk is going to do, especially when talking about cuts. We are cutting a lot of things in the next year. So economy is going to be different. We're going to cut a lot of expenses, and then we are going to be taxing not us. We are going to be taxing overseas. Whoever is taking advantage of us. We're talking about London. We're talking about Tokyo. We're talking about Germany. We're talking about all these other countries. They say bad things about us, but they are still needed our economy to make theirs going. So anyway, let's see what's gonna happen about that. So that is Donald Trump. But anyway, let's go over Bank of England. Bank of England, interesting, right? Because a lot of people was thinking about because they did not do a rate cut unlike us, and it was okay. But people start saying that we shouldn't have that quarter points, like the 25 basis points rate cuts last week, past week, because it shouldn't be that way. And then the market just totally crashed because that wasn't the news. The news was we have a cut, but we ain't gonna have that cut next year. So that is the most important part. Instead of 4, we're gonna have 2, and then we're gonna have 1. So that's why just the market is not taking that. But over in UK it's a little different because they are close. They are very. We have that inflation, that hyperinflation. They didn't have it like that. So that 2.0, we are always going for the 2% inflation rates that Chairman Powell was like, Jay Powell was saying that we're trying to achieve that. Yeah, we're still trying to achieve that, but it was still a long way to go. But however, the whole world, we're talking about the EU, we're talking about UK. They are all for that. They're all for that, and they're very close to that too. So anyway, the Bank of England didn't make the cut. So I almost want to think that we shouldn't have that cut last week. Then, so our economies will be better. The stock market wouldn't crash. That's how it is. But anyway, it's still trending up. That's what I'm saying. The whole market is still trending up. So don't even worry about it. Next year, Bank of England is they are supposed to have more cuts next year, but we'll see what's going on. Nothing is nothing is set right now. So anyway, let's get to something else, and then we have Broadcom. As you know, I always like tech. I always like tech. I always like AI, and AI has been just the thing going on. And I talked to Morris about what's going on with AI, right? We didn't know that was AI until last year that, oh, this is AI. So that's the reason why we are using AI. We using AI algorithm system to predict our now less on the stock but more on crypto. So it's been doing very well, as you know already. It's just our crypto is just a success rate is just it's like 100%. Usually we are looking at 70 to 80%. That would be the success rates. We are definitely over 90% on the success rate. So thank you very much of AI. But anyway, but even though Jeffrey's named that Broadcom as the topic of 2025, this is big news. This is definitely big news. We're talking about what is that? What is next, right? And this is Broadcom is next. AVGO. That will be the company. So anyway, the company right now is $226, and it just passed $1 trillion. And there is not a lot of trillion-dollar company out there. Yes, and Broadcom is one of them too. I always call them Magnificent Eight because this is Magnificent Eight. And then Jeffrey just say in 2025, they just set a different target. The price target it is $300. Right now it is $226 right now. And then it was the target is $225, and they have to change it because yes, the stock prices already exceeded their expectation. Now they're looking at 300. All right. So what's Broadcom? What is going on? We're talking about the brokerage of the. We're talking about it's just $1 trillion. That's a lot. And back in the days when I'm just talking about 6 months ago when their market cap is higher than Elon Musk, Tesla. So that sets a lot. And then they were supposed to be substituting, exchanging, or whatever we're gonna say about that. But they are supposed to be just swapping out. They're supposed to be swapping out Tesla to be the Magnificent Seven. So this is the Mag 8. This is the Magnificent 8. That is the ones that no one really talked about. But anyway, they are doing so good. And I'm not just talking about 2005, 2006, 2020, 2025, to 225, 226, even 227 is going to be doing really good. So yes, it is Broadcom and should be in your portfolio. Now, let's go over, for some strange reason, I have been doing some research on that. Yes, is on strike, yes, if you're gonna be a company supposed to be delivering things and then all of a sudden you go on strike, that is gonna be really bad for your company. So Amazon's.com, the workers like at 7 US, the facilities like they are walking off the job on Thursday, and then of course it's going to be like Friday, and then they said day off. It is the holiday, and they are walking off the job. The reason why, yeah, because they're not happy with their pay, and the worst part is they're laying off people, and the reason why they're laying off people because they are using technology. Some of the warehouse they don't use people anymore, but they might have a people that have person that manage all the machineries. But yeah, they are using they have been laying off, just unannounced it. Just basically people just walk in where it's like you're fired. Basically it, right? So that's why that Teamster, they are like yes, they're on strike, they are the union, and then they are going on the Brotherhood of Teamster. They represent about like 10,000 workers at 10 of the firm's facilities. So yeah, it is a really big strike, but it's only representing like not too much. But the thing is that made the company realize that what's going on. Big corporates really don't care. They act like they don't care about the strike all the time. And then there were other ones, and exactly that's what I'm going to talk about later. We got layoffs. We got people going on strike. January is going to be bad, especially when you talk about initial jobless claim. And then afterwards, like we have the existing unemployment benefits. So it's going to be skyrocketing on January, as we already said. We talked about Boeing laying off people, and we got a lot of big corporates are laying off people because like they don't know anything else but lay off people. So yeah, that is it. So it's gonna be devastated when we talked about the employment numbers next year, which is a month from now. And besides Emerson, then we have Starbucks. I don't blame them because it was really bad management before they swap out I like the term swap out the CEO, because the CEO doesn't know anything about anything. It just happens. It's kind of nice, right? It just happens like, yeah, I'm hired. I am Starbucks CEO, so then no one really cares about what's going on, making money and all that. So like ever since he was the CEO, it was just everything just down. But you know what? They have another strike that will represent, like, that is for Starbucks. We have over in Los Angeles, Chicago. And then we have Seattle. It's like they are going to go on strike for the next 5 days. It's the holiday season. Usually I think people drink more coffee. I think like it's the holiday season, right? I kind of feel like that. Usually I do. So anyway, we have Starbucks going on strike too. But I have to say, it has nothing to do with the new management. The new management is actually doing great. Any kind of management is going to do great for Starbucks. And this is exactly the kind of stock that I would like to put in a portfolio. Right now, it's because Starbucks is a brand. You don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss that. So right now it's at around $88. $88. Last I saw, it didn't move that much. It was kind of flat, even though they were going on strike. And I don't think that's necessary to have a strike for Starbucks. But I think everything is going to be good for Starbucks. So yeah. ever since that the new CEO came in, that the old CEO just kind of like, oh my God, what happened anyway? So well, yeah. So that is that. So we have two of the biggest company in the. We have Amazon's we're talking about over $2 trillion of market share. The market caps, and then we have Starbucks is almost $100 billion. It's almost $100 billion market caps as well. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see what's going to happen in the initial jobless claim next year when Donald Trump is in the office. We have a lot to fix, that's for sure. Joe Biden, we have Kamala Harris, totally just not gonna say anything about that. So anyway, so let's keep going, and then we have, as we said earlier, January 19th, and and then the inauguration for Donald Trump is gonna be the 20th. So anyway, we got the Android, we got the iOS. Basically, we got Apple and Android. They already got the notice that they will be delisting. I use the word delisting TikTok on their platform, on their on the shop. So anyway, on their store. So like they have Apple stores. No, they're not gonna have that. And we also have we basically no, that's not gonna happen in the United States. It is kind of weird, and still they kept trying. They kept saying that it is not institutional, or it's just not right to just because that it is a Chinese company. But you know what? National security, everything. Trust me, national security always come first, and I am glad that's the way it is. So anyway, but we got a lot of other companies showing the interest. Right here, we talked about the CEO of VPAPs. So they even have the money ready to buy. So we're talking about the former owner of Los Angeles Dodgers. We have McCord. McCord already has some money. He saw this coming. Come on, 170 million users for TikTok. Of course, that is a gold. This is a gold mine, but the Chinese didn't want to sell it, and the CEO doesn't think that it is necessary to sell it. So that's why they're going to keep fighting in court. But no, it is not in their favor. So anyway, so yeah, there are a lot of companies ready to just buy this. But does the Chinese want to sell this? Does the Chinese want to sell TikTok? They already said it, no. It is just kind of like the things that it's hard to see go. Apple Store, we have Android, we have like the Google Play. They are supposed to be just no TikTok in the United States. Well, they are still everywhere else in the world, but I don't know what's going to happen. Let's see. They're going to go dark on the 19th, and then let's see what Donald Trump is going to do when he first day in the office, and what other bills he is going to be signing. It's going to be interesting. And yes, that day, look at AIXL. It's going to have a really good boost right that day on the 20th. All right. So yeah, let's go over other stocks now. We have Micron. I'm always looking at tech. I'm always looking at AI, but it went down 16%. That's a lot. That's almost 1/5 of the market caps. The market value just on one day on Thursday. So yeah. So anyway, Micron is a company that does things for NVIDIA. So yeah, it's not hitting the targets, and then you know what, Micron is not the only company. There are other companies that is affiliated with Nvidia that are not reporting good results, like the quarterly earnings. So yes, so Micron is one of them. So anyway, is there something wrong with Nvidia? Because like what any company is affiliated with Nvidia is just the stock just kind of basically crash. We have Supermicro. Supermicro, well, is their problem too because it's the financial problems because of they have their finance person that doesn't like to report the expenses. So that's exactly what it was, and everybody in the industry kind of knows that. So Micron is a second one that came up because of Nvidia, and then Micron is known for the high bandwidth memory, the memory chips, and also the GPU. Yeah, so it's a great company. If it went down 16% on Thursday, I would totally swap it up. So anyway, the stock price is at $90 right now. It went up 3.5% for Friday, and then it is close to $100 billion worth of market caps. The only problem they are experiencing right now is that they are spending more than they're getting paid. That's basically what it is. They're spending so much money. They are spending, like, for example, they're spending 50% of the money on GPUs, but getting return is only like 19% from the sector. So that is not doing good. But however, it is a good time. It's a good time, especially when it comes to AI stocks. That if they're down, it's always we're gonna buy in dips, right? Just like we have it for crypto. Next one we're gonna have Viva and Netflix. Viva, what is the World Cup, the soccer World Cup, the Women's Soccer World Cup is going to be on Netflix. It's going to be on Netflix on 2027 and also 2031. So it happens every 4 years for the World Cup, and yes, it is the biggest things in the world. However, no, not here. Just like people kept talking about. It was like football is it is a world sports, but no, not here. Anyway, so yeah, but Netflix kind of got the rights for the broadcast of 2027 and also 2031. It is a really big thing. We don't realize that, but for around the world, is a really big thing for World Cup, the soccer World Cup, and the women soccer World Cup as well. So yes, this is definitely a positive for Netflix. Even though the news came out, the stock's kind of flat. We're looking at $909. We're looking at $388 billion market caps. They didn't move much because if there's something is important that is going to move the market, yes, this is supposed to move the market, but no, it didn't. So yes, it's still going to sit there, but I'm totally seeing Netflix. There's something that is going to move 2025 that is going to go past, definitely going to go past half a $1 trillion for 2025. I'm definitely looking forward to that, and more movies as well. So yes, that is Netflix. So let's go into stock market and also the crypto market. Crypto insane, stock market totally insane to it because it's trending down. However, I really see it's trending down? Let's see what's going on. I will just look at the report. I'm not gonna have my own personal opinion on that yet. So last week we have the international market was extremely volatile because you know why? Because everybody's looking at our market so internationally. So yes, exactly what's going to happen. And then yes, we just lived it. We were supposed to go broke. We were broke. So then we're supposed to shut down the government. No, it's not going to do that anymore. Donald Trump came up with something, and then basically it's going to make his life much easier for his terms. But you know what? He's not the president yet, so no one's taking that to raise the ceiling of the spending. It's like, nope, that's not going to happen. But temporary, they're going to raise that. So yes, they're taking something in between. I am seeing the Democrats are voting, Republicans are voting too. Yes, they have to because or else that we're gonna have it's gonna happen again. Our government is gonna have shut down. You're not gonna see post office is gonna be open, something like that, right? But anyway, yeah, that's exactly what it is. But still, ever since like we have the rate cuts, everything's down. It's kind of like Wednesday was down, and then Thursday is up, Friday is down again. So we have the Dow Jones Industrial Average down 2.25%, which is considerably, that is huge. That's basically, I call it a crash. You know why? Because like we still have the tech, we still have some of the big company that is holding the ground, but it's just a smaller company. It's just a smaller company has not been doing well. The small caps has not been doing well. And we had the NASDAQ is down 1.78%, so basically close to 2. And we also have the S&P down 2%. So it was, if it's not the big tech, this is going to be worse. So, but even though if we look at that, we're looking at it close to like over 2% down in the indexes. Over the world is worse when they saw what happened to us. Basically, like ever since Wednesday with the rate cuts. Even though we're gonna have a rate cuts, but like we also said that we're not gonna have that many of them anymore. So, well, the whole world just pretty much crashed, and we are still supposed to have the Santa Claus rally, right? Yeah, it's like whenever there's a Christmas and then we have the rally, we will see about the next couple of days. But for I really like that because why? Whenever there's a big movement in the stock market, and then it's going to be a huge movement, it's going to be a huge fluctuation, volatility over in the crypto market. That's exactly how we're going to trade that. So let's look into the crypto market. We're talking about Bitcoin for under 100,000. Yes, as I said, because last time, as I said, $100,000 it is the support level, but it fell under $100,000. We have like right now we are looking at $96,000, 95, 96, like somewhere we fluctuate about that. We are talking of Ether is last year we close to 4,000. Now we are down. We have Solana is down, is under $200. So yes, it is not doing so good. We're talking about other crypto related stocks. We're looking at Coinbase. We're looking at the strategy company that actually bought a lot of Bitcoin. They're down to the reason why it's simple because Bitcoin price is down. But however, you have to understand this too, and I hope you do because it went up to $108,000, over $108,000 for the week. So yeah, I mean it is volatile, and I really love I'm really loving it. So that's the reason why right now we talk about micro. We have the micro strategy. We talking about we have the Coinbase. We have all this. Ether. I mean, Ethereum is so low. I think it's almost a steal. So if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna buy some more. Exactly, buy on dips, right? So yes, let's go over is, oh my God, we have AIXL. Let's look at, if you haven't been paying attention, I usually wouldn't pay attention to this kind of thing because it's only gonna be up. Just like AIKK. I mean like we give it to you like gifts, but you know what though? We knew it's gonna be up anyway. Yes, we still AIXL. It is trending up still. Yeah, for the last few days because of the Federal Reserve kind of took it off. Like now they're not gonna have more cuts afterwards. Everything else just crashed, but AIXL hold its ground. We're talking about the last few days. It's down. It was down, but for like a little bit, just a little. But now we are back up again. It came down a little bit though, but it's $5. It's $5 and 31 cents. As you know, that the initial offering was about, it was like half a dollar. We're looking at like 50 cents. So well, now it is over 10 times the value already. This is what's gonna happen. This is exactly what's gonna happen. We're gonna have the rally. We're gonna have the Santa Claus rally for the crypto, and then afterwards, New Year's, we're gonna have a little boost. We're looking at going to be over $5 for sure. It's going to be around over $6. That is for sure. And then afterwards, we're gonna have a little pullback before the 20th, and then we are going to have a super boost on the 20th on the crypto market. So yes, it's going to be crazy. If I know, I understand. Yes, it's not because it's IEO. They have lockup period, and the lockup period is over. But yes, I wouldn't sell it. I have a bunch of them, and I'm not gonna sell it. Actually, it's not mine. It's the company's, because we kind of have to when we're doing the negotiations for the allotment that we have to. Like just ourselves, we have to buy a lot. So anyway, it's going great, and I want to congratulate our company. Really, not just for me, but our company, because that we just, as we said it in the investment group, that we had just achieved our conditional contract with Congo. So which means that we are going to be almost half and half owners of Congo, because we make them so much money. It's not even funny. And thank you for all your support. Without you guys, we wouldn't have got it at all. But anyway, we are going to have a VIP groups, because I wouldn't mind just keep having an investment group. However, because afterwards, once we are gonna be, I would call it a joint venture. I don't know what's gonna be called yet, but I'm going to be having negotiation with them. So good luck to all of us, because I'm going to be very busy. I might not have less time talking to you like on the broadcast, and then also that in the investment group. But yes, we will still keep going for our investment group till the end of the year. So we're gonna increase your capital. I almost want to think that this is the best way to do investment, because we do it quick. we do it very quick. So every day we do quick investment, we do a quick trade. So then we increase our capital, and then we just keep increasing it. So anyway, yeah, we are going. Yeah, we talking about high yields investment, the high yields trades, right? Don't even worry about it. All of them right now, towards the end of the year, is going to be high yield for you, and you're gonna love that. So anyway, congratulations. And then I think we made a lot of millionaires in this group. Congratulations, congratulations to the first time to be a millionaire. If it's the first time for you, but anyway, we just made a lot of millionaires anyway. So, well, congratulations, and this is all we have for you. But yes, next month, there's AI Excel. If you're not millionaire yet, you will be. So, thank you so much. Have happy holidays, and have a good night.